I'm here today to do a non-spoiler review of Sarah Reese Brennan's Tell the Wind and Fire. I did also receive this free from NetGalley, but all my opinions are my own. Thank you, NetGalley, again. I really appreciate it. I gave this book 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I read this book kind of unexpectedly because I needed something to read on the train and I knew that it was a review copy. This is actually the first time I've actually read a book from somewhere before it came out, so this is so exciting. But I really liked it, and I read this book not really knowing what it was about. I kind of went in kind of blind, so I didn't know the connection to A Tale of Two Cities until after, when I was like reading the acknowledgments. So I didn't even make that connection until the very end. But basically what this book is about is it's about this character named Lucy, and she basically, the way that this world's set up is there's a dark half of the city and there's a light half of the city. And the people in the light half of the city, some have good magic, and the people in the dark half of the city, they have bad magic. And you follow this character named Lucy, who is kind of unique because she did grow up and was born in the dark city, but she currently lives in the light city, and she's the product of a dark witch and a light witch, which is super interesting, and it's very, very rare, and it just doesn't happen, so it's kind of illegal in a sense. So she kind of gets sucked back into the light city, and she kind of becomes like a paragon and like a martyr for these dark people, and that's kind of her story, and that's how she becomes put in the light. So she's basically like a movie star, basically. And they're coming home from this adventure with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend is basically charged with something. Her boyfriend's basically charged with a crime, and it's revealed that there's someone that looks exactly like him, and that's not supposed to happen. And it's revealed that his family has some very, very dark secrets, and that's where kind of the book progresses. But it's a really, really unique story. The world building was fabulous. The only other series I've read completely by Sarah Reese Brennan was the Unspoken series, and I really, really love that book. It was more of a urban fantasy. Oh, no, sorry. It was more of like just a supernatural book, but based in contemporary. And the world building was unique, but there was a lot of like humor and stuff like that. And I really did enjoy it, but I thought the humor sometimes took you out of the story. This book, the humor was perfect, and it really, really fit the world, and the world building was spectacular. So I think I actually like this book better than I did that series, just because I think that the world building and the humor and the way it was crafted was really, really great. And I did like the characters. There was romance, but it really didn't become a triangle in some instances, and there was some moments where it could have, but I did like that. So if you like a book that does have a romantic kind of triangle, I'd read it, but romance is not the heart of this story. So if you want more like a grittier fantasy book, I'd pick this one up because I think you'd really like it. And if you do know a lot about A Tale of Two Cities, I highly recommend you read it because you would see a lot of interconnections that I didn't notice until the end. But I really there's also like a political game being played. But the one reason I really, really enjoyed this book is it really is a standalone. It is like beginning to end, this book happens in one, and it was so strong, and I think it really benefited from being a one book story. And I liked all the other characters that you got to meet. And there basically is a political unrest in this, and that's what the book's building to. But you learn a lot about Lucy, and Lucy tells this book is written in a very, very unique way. It's like someone's telling you a story after it happened, and that's kind of how it was told. And I like that. I felt like I was like being the first to hear something, and I like that. But I really like the character of Lucy, and I loved all the male characters that we met as well. They really made me think. This book has, this book you will deal with a lot of like moral questions that come up, and I think that if you like grittier fantasies, you definitely like this. If you like the Mortal Instruments, I think you'd like it, and if you like yeah, Mortal Instruments, but I think it's like grittier than that. It's like a White Cat by Holly Black. It's kind of like in the same vein as that. It's very, very dark and very, very gritty. But if you like those books, I think you'd like this. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. Thank you again, NetGalley, and check out my spoiler review below. But I'll talk to you guys later. Have a nice day.